you had to create a pop bass line right now, what would you come up with? Fortunately, I have a way that I think would really help you out. Oh, phew. Firstly, what are the basic elements of a bass line? I think you could safely say that the basic elements are the rhythm plus the harmony of the notes. If you look at the rhythm as well as the harmony of the bass line notes in the track In Your Eyes from The Weeknd, it's a great starting point to create your own bass line. I will say the word bass line a lot in this video. So here's a video of me playing that one through. 1 and 2 E and a D and 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a D and 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a D and 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a D and 4. Today I'm going to go through how rhythm and harmony is used in this, as well as some other very similar pop bass lines from the past few years. And by breaking down this method and applying it to your own songwriting, you can create a basic but very effective bass line. At the end of the video, I'll create a simple track to demonstrate how it all fits together. The bassline rhythm as well as the harmony from the Weeknd track are both very similar to two other big pop singles from the past few years, namely Jax Jones and BB Rex's 2019 track Harder, as well as Adventure of a Lifetime by Coldplay from 2015. If I play through all of the bass lines in the same key and at the same tempo, you'll see the similarities. In your eyes, I see there's something burning inside you. Oh, inside you. Baby, when it comes to love, it should be mutual. I know you think that you're on fire, but you're kinda cold. Turn your magic on, and then she'd say everything you want to dream away. The basslines are undeniably very similar. This pop bassline method is not something which is particularly new either. If you compare the bassline from In Your Eyes from 2020 to Lovely Day from Bill Withers in 1977, you'll also hear the similarities. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes. So they are similar, but how do we use this technique ourselves? The main rhythm in these tracks is one of two almost identical rhythms. The rhythm for In Your Eyes, Harder and Lovely Day is 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a. And the rhythm for Adventure of a Lifetime is slightly different, and that is 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a. So it's important to point out that in the tracks that I've shown, the rhythms do change slightly in bars 3 and 4. But the key thing is that the foundation rhythm is still the same one of these two. So in these songs, and as well as if you're doing your own songwriting or creating your own bass lines, you can still use this rhythm and then change it slightly if you see fit. So to show you how it all works, if I play through the In Your Eyes bass line with the rhythms that I just chatted about, you can see how it all fits in. So 1 and 2 E and a D and 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a D and 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a D and 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a D and 4. So this is a good point to ask that if you do want more content like this, you could consider hitting that subscribe button. Harmony as a concept is much more difficult. The underlying chords of In Your Eyes are C minor, In Your Eyes, F major, G minor, and E flat major. And then on that last bar there, on that last beat, sorry, we have a B flat major, but with a D in the bass. What's more important than the names of the chords, however, is the relationship that they have to each other. So not including Lovely Day, if we transpose Harder and Adventure of a Lifetime to the same key, you can see that they are very similar. So you can see in all these three tracks, the C minor moves to an F major, which suggests that it's actually the Dorian mode, which has the fourth note in the scale as a major chord. Now the concept of modes and harmonization of chords is difficult. But if we just say for now that we have this group of chords which sounds good together, and this group of chords is called the C minor Dorian, I think that's enough for the sake of this. So there's a strong relationship between the first three chords in these three tracks, and when I create my own illustrative bass line, I'll use that as well. So in the third bar, we can using either G minor or its relative major, B flat major. So there's a strong relationship with the chords in the third bar as well. And in the fourth bar, we do have a bit more variety, but once again, all these chords are chords which fit into the Dorian mode. But how does the bass line fit into this chord progression? So the choice of notes is not that complicated, and it's mostly just about sticking to the root note. And before we move on to the first and the third beats of each bar, we're playing a lead note, or we're doing a little fill, which involves chord tones or fifths. So to tie this all together and show that how I've used this pop bassline trick in my own songwriting, and how by extension you could then use it in your own, I've created a simple little track. It's actually very small, pretty much just a chorus, but I've created a bass line and then I've created this piece of music. So the tempo that I have is 100 beats per minute, which is a great tempo for pop music. The chords that I've chosen are from the C minor Dorian, like those other tracks, and the chord progression is C minor into F major, like the other ones, B flat major, which is the relative major of G minor, and then into G minor, and then a B flat, and then an F major. So first of all, you're going to hear the bass line, and then you're going to hear the piece of music that I've created. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3, 4. If you're in the light, will stand with me, and the sun will cast a shadow that's bigger than 3. But if you're in the night, well, that's a dream, and in the morning you'll see that it's all. The point of this whole video was to show that if you use that bass line, or that style of bass line as a foundation, even if you use very similar bass lines, even if you use very similar chord progressions, as long as you keep a different melody in the song and different instrumentation, you can still create a song that is unique, even if the bass line itself isn't unique. And that's what makes this bass line such a valuable tool in songwriting. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Do subscribe if you want more content like this. And yeah, that's it.